If you want to get on depth with news and technology in the wireline industry, you're watching All Shots Fired with Russell Smith.
Hello, everyone. My name is Russell Smith. You're watching All Shots Fired. All Shots Fired is a wireline podcast that we're trying to put together so guys out in the field can maybe gain some knowledge and glean from things from people's experiences. But we got a good show today. I think you'll be pleased. I'm kind of happy with the people we have and the interviews we have. But man, I really want to talk about our election. What a great time to be an American, to see America get turned around. I'm very pro-Trump. I hope he does so much better than what the Biden administration was doing, especially in the energy sector. The energy secretary being selected, Chris Wright, I guess y'all know who he is. He's the CEO of Liberty. Guys, he's one of us. And for him to be in Washington and be able to get to control and help decide energy policy is a big deal. I think it's a big deal. So we should be excited about that. But this past month, I say within 2 or 3 weeks, we've had a busy week. Joey Christensen called me with SWM Technologies, and he sent me 6 guys. These guys range from engineers to field personnel. We're trying to get these guys to understand what's going on out in the field. Most of these engineers, they build guns and these carriers and stuff, but they don't actually know the process. So they sat in for a couple of days and learned that. And I want to recognize them. We had 2 classes. The first class was with Mike Ponce, Tyson Fristow, Colton Alley, and Daniel Whitaker. So that was the first class. And 3 days after that, we had another class for 3 days. And we had Keith Nemes, who flew in from Canada. So Keith, you came a long way for us. And Alex Ardone, he came in also. So these were our the SWM guys that came in. And like I said, I wanted to thank Joey for and letting us get these guys trained up on wireline. The week before that, we had really a special week. We had a young lady come through our class. And guys, I've only taught 4 ladies, I think, for the last 7 years we've been open. So it's a rare thing to get a lady in here. But Marissa Cawley came in. She has a little production company and decided to buy a wireline truck and wanted to learn how to run bond tools and a Warrior and all the basic stuff there. At the end of the bond class, J.R. Hacking joined us with production logging. So J.R., thank you for coming out. And Matt and Craig Stratton, they sent him with production logging. But thank you for that. We got a really interesting interview with Marissa. And I would like to play that for you. So y'all listen in. Let's see what Marissa has to say. All right, everyone. I want to welcome you to All Shots Fired. I have Marissa Cawley from Kentucky. And you're a female of all places. Yeah. You're like our 4th person to ever, 4th female to ever teach here.
Yeah, I feel pretty lucky. Well, had a good week.
It's been a gruesome week, man. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff thrown at you.
Yeah, my brain is swollen, but I feel like I retained some, which is great.
Well, I hope you maintained a little. Well, tell me, what's going on in Kentucky? Why are you here? Yeah. What's your situation?
Yeah, so I'm a 3rd-generation oil field woman. My dad and my grandpa were both in the oil fields. From drilling to now, we just kind of do production in Kentucky. We have heard, and they've made it well known. We went to the Kentucky Oil and Gas Association meetings that the government is going to be funding some plug-in and abandonment because there's tons of wells in Kentucky that aren't produced that pretty much just sit there and there's no funding for them.
Are these deep wells? Are they shallow?
No. Most stuff is going to be, in our area, is going to be 1,500 foot and shallower. Okay. Yeah, I actually showed Russell some of the, jobs, and some of them claim that they're 275 foot deep. So I came to get an understanding of how to go about running my wireline truck to be able to perforate some of these holes for the pluggers and be able to log them for the Kentucky Geological Society, so that we could gain some research on these wells and be able to get rid of them and plug them. That's pretty much it.
You just got a truck, so
Yeah.
I mean, this
fresh,
is all
yeah.
brand new.
Yeah. So we this past year bought a truck, got some tools, and now we came down here to learn how to operate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still, I think the class was great to give me an understanding of, what the truck can do and how to go about doing it. And I'm excited to go and try it out.
Well, like I told you, get surrounded by a lot of smart people, and they'll definitely help you. Yeah, you can call me. But can I ask you, how's it? Is it difficult working in the oil field as a woman? Do you get...
Hey, there's cons and pros to everything you do. Do you get attention? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. And do people look at my husband and ask him questions when they maybe should be asking me? Yes, but does that offend me? Absolutely not. I think it's one of those things where also, me being a woman, me being on this podcast, me learning this stuff, people are going to remember me. Yeah. So if I come to a job site and they have a good experience, they're like, "Oh, call Marissa. Yeah. She can do it." Just, I think so. In some ways, it is a positive. And is there pressure being a woman and stuff? Yes, but also if I can't torque a wrench as tight as someone else, I can always call a man to come help me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or use my resources and put a cheater bar on it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's limitations, but there's also some positives. So.
Well, a funny story. When Marissa called me, she sent me a message, and I'm talking to her, and I don't think this is a woman. I'm honestly thinking this is a man, with somebody's cell phone, and their husband's, whatever. And so we get done with the whole conversation, and I'm like, and I looked you up on Facebook, and you're married, and I go, "This is Brandon, right?" And you're like, No, this is Marissa.
One of the examples. Russell's the perfect example. Yeah.
And I did not expect that. Yeah. And so I'm like, no, this is interesting because you don't, very rarely do we get women
And
here.
Just a little bit more background about me. We also have a small used car dealership. Me and my husband have business partners in this dealership, but I do a lot of the acquisition side, and, I go to buy a car from somebody off of Facebook, and they're just assuming based on the questions I ask or, who I am, that I'm not the person in charge. And so a lot of times, I am. Like, I'm the person that's talked to them. I'm the person that established the price or checked it out mechanically. And so the oil fields isn't the only thing that, I'm the minority in, I guess. And I don't know why I picked these fields. I need to go give manicures, I guess. But I think I'm going to be all right. So we'll see how it goes.
No, I think you're going to do great. Like I said, ask a lot of questions. Like I said, you're running bond log. She came to our bond log class too, learn how to perforate, just learn what the trucks can do. And there's a lot to wireline, and it's hard to.
So much, there's a lot more than you would initially think.
A lot of people, you can say, this ain't hard. Well, it's a lot more tougher.
Especially in the plug and abandonment, it's just an aspect of what they're going to do to plug them out. So you think, okay, well, what's a specialty I can get in on some of this money and you think, oh, wireline, that's easy, that's simple. And then you come down here and you feel like your brain's going to explode. And you realize there's so many different services you can offer with your truck, and there's so much that you can do. And I think it's going to help other aspects of our production as well.
Absolutely.
With our primary work, we're hoping to do plug-in abandonment, but I know, my dad and my brother, they're all excited to be able to come back and do some stuff on our wells.
Yeah, but I think it'll benefit greatly with your own production, so save you on that. And don't worry, plug and abandon is not an accuracy thing. They don't chop down and do the job, and, it ain't completions and everything's perfect. So anyway, all right. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time, but thank you for coming out. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, and I have a feeling we'll keep in touch. Okay. thanks, Marissa, for talking to us, and thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. This next little clip I want to show you, Matt Stratton with Production Wireline called me and said, "Hey, Russell, I got this neat little wireline roll-up hack that I'd like to show you." And so he sent it to me and looked at it and go, "Man, that's pretty cool." I take it, anybody works on wireline, we always cut wire off, and spooling wire, you got to tape it up, and then we walk behind it and roll it up. And it's kind of a pain in the butt, especially guys don't know what they're doing. But this is a little hack that he did, that he saw a couple guys do and tried it out and videoed it, and it worked pretty good. They actually taped the loop, just like we always do, make the loop the big as you want it, and tape it up, get it nice and round. And he actually put it over the top of a vise, it looks like, and just started pulling on it and rolled it up, and it worked really, really good. So tell me what y'all think, but here he is doing it, and gets it wiped out. Now, if it was a big giant roll, I guess you couldn't maybe do this. It's just going to get heavy, but for just a little piece, man, works really good. So Matt, thank you for sending that to us. Hopefully everybody can kind of glean from that and maybe practice that in the field. Okay, well, we're going to wrap things up here. Like I said, I want to thank all our people that came to our school this past couple of weeks. It wasn't for y'all's support, we wouldn't be doing this. So thank y'all. In December coming up, we have 2 classes left for the end of the year. December 4th through the 6th, we got a bond law class, and starting December 9th, roughly through the 18th, we have a supervisor class. So if anybody is interested and want to get some education, get their resumes built up, I think next year is going to be a big deal. I think the oil field is going to take off. So got our fingers crossed. Hope it happens. So anyway, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on LinkedIn or YouTube. We are up to almost 100 followers on YouTube, so we're excited. Our little podcast is growing. So guys, I want to thank y'all for supporting us on that. So anyway, I guess that's it, and we'll see you next time here on All Shots Fired.
All Shots Fired is a production of Russell Smith and Top Gun Oilfield Training Center. All comments about the video should be addressed to Russell Smith at the following email address: rdsmith@topgunoilfield.com. To schedule your next advanced training session at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Center in San Antonio, Texas, please give us a call at 1-979-320-7685. Recorded, live, on site at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Campus. Participants and guests of the show have given their permission to have their personalities and likeness displayed online on our channel. Any similarities in likeness are purely coincidental. Director and executive producer, Russell Smith. Producer, Michael, Doc, Schloer. Principal photography and video, Russell Smith. Host and scripting, Russell Smith. Video production and editing services, MDS Multimedia. If you are in the wireline industry and would like to sponsor a show or be a guest on our show, please reach out to Russell Smith at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Center. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook and LinkedIn. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.